My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we're looking into what's happening with your person. So how they're feeling, what's going on in their life. If there's a third party, what's happening with that, what's occupying their thoughts as a priority. And then in the extended, we're going to look at what's happening with your connection. We're going to look at their thoughts and feelings for you, the dominant advice that they're getting about you at that time, and who they're getting that from. What are they thinking about doing, or in terms of making a move towards you, and what would they want to tell you if they could. And then we look at their next actions. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's get a significator for their energy. Guys, I've been having such incredibly crazy dreams. I don't know. I'm going home next week, so I'm definitely going to get a proper sea bath early in the morning, just in case there's something that I'm missing when I'm clearing myself. But I'm just feeling drained, guys. Somebody was saying that's ascension symptoms. And definitely could be, but you know, I'll go back to a tried and true method. So sea bath for me. All right, so what's happening here? They are remembering. Now, they could definitely be remembering things from their childhood that they repressed. Okay, this is what I'm getting with the combination of these two cards. Because this alone tells me that they're remembering who they are. But because I saw this right underneath it, this is them remembering things from their childhood. And it looks like their childhood was pretty shaky. Okay, look at them walking on this kind of tightrope, this rope ladder here. Okay, so that child pretty shaky, wasn't stable at all. Whatever was happening there was not stable. Maybe their family had the picture of stability, right? In society, well respected, well regarded, but whatever was happening at home was pretty fucked up. And I think your person's been living in denial. This is like, they've been like deep cover, right? Deep depression. Why am I saying deep depression? That's not what I meant. I want to say repression. But maybe they've been in deep depression and people don't know. Why does it look like a freaking beard? Anyways, sorry guys, it's my fluffy mic. Maybe I'm in masculine energy right now. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Maybe some of their parents were in addiction, and all kinds of addictions exist, okay, including hoarding. Especially for Caribbean people, we like to hoard. And I think it's because a lot of them grew up, poverty consciousness, but also, especially like my dad and so on, they would have grown up in time of war, civil strife, that kind of thing. So, you know, they really learned to hold on to things, or they've been through, like my mother, she's much younger than my dad, but she went through a hurricane that was devastating. Right? So some kind of strife, some kind of natural disaster. So they've been through a time when they did not have. So they hold on to things, you know, to cope. So whatever. So somebody was in addiction. Some sort of addiction. Could have been sex even, or a parent. Right? So they repressed all these memories of their childhood, and maybe just remember the idyllic parts. Even though these idyllic parts may have been far and few between. But them remembering these things is allowing them to actually process these things. And as they process these things, then they really start to take charge of their life, and they start to take charge of their journey and the direction that they're heading in, and not just acting out of the trauma that they did not want to acknowledge. Because this has been running in your person's background like a program. It's been running in their background. They didn't want to acknowledge it, but it's still affecting them anyways. Right? So now they're remembering. Alright, let's get... So that was the energy underneath that. Remembering who they are and shadow work. And the significator for the energy. Ooh, we got 2. Taking accountability for their life. They realize they can't blame it on anybody. They have the power now to co-create and create the life that they want. And they can't blame it on their parents. They can't blame it on their father figure. They can't blame it on their love interest. We have the 4 here. We have 6 here. On past lovers. No, they can't. They have to take charge of their life. They're in charge now. Right? And that is not to minimize anybody's trauma or anybody's experience, but certainly there has to come to a point where we have to stop allowing our childhood to sabotage our adulthood. And I think this is where they are at right now, right? When we have to take accountability. All right, I was powerless then. I was a child. I didn't have much agency as to what happened to me, right? Especially back in those times, right? I don't even think they saw children as people. Right? It wasn't even a person. You're just a thing there, right? Or an ornament, right? So you didn't have agency as a child, but they have agency now, and they can change their life. So this is what they're realizing. They have to take charge of their life and stop projecting their shit onto other people, because that's what they were doing. They were giving their power away to their past, to partners, okay? It's their fault. It's always their fault. But now, because Spirit has their back, you see the angel right behind them there. Spirit has their back as they process these things, okay, as they go through all these things. So this is what they're healing right now, is their tendency to project their wounding, their trauma, their pain onto others, and they're taking accountability for their life. They realize they got the power, right? They got the power, okay. All right, let's look at, so this is what they're doing generally. Let's look at how they're feeling generally, not necessarily about you. I'll go into that more in the extended. If you pop up, beautiful. But this is all about your person. How are they feeling? We have assertive. Yeah, taking their power back. Taking their power back, right? No longer allowing their pain, their trauma, their parents to dictate and chart the course of their destiny. We have intrigued. And that's my curiosity card. That's my little spine card. Ooh. But that's also the energy of curiosity, becoming curious, okay, about life. We have serene, feeling at peace with the decisions that they're making. We have uncertain. They don't know what the future holds, but they know they're going to move forward. Let me just bring this over here. So you guys will be able to see all the cards. Sorry about that. And we have anxious avoidance. Okay. But I feel like this is the energy that they are transmuting. Okay. They have been avoiding their issues, avoiding their pain, avoiding their trauma just for as long as they're knowing themselves. Okay. But this is someone now stepping into their power and becoming curious about what would their life be like if they lived from their life from a place of empowerment. If I took responsibility and I really did my healing, what would my life be like? What kind of life can I create? What if I do things differently than the patterns that I'm accustomed to? What is going to happen? And once you're curious, if you're a curious cat like me, you're eventually going to follow through, right? It becomes a little bit too much and you're eventually going to follow through. So this is where they're at. All right, what are they intrigued by? I feel like it's like what I'm hearing. If I broke out of my patterns, if I did something differently, what would my life be like? All right, underneath the deck, King of Wands, taking action, right? Being empowered, recognizing you've got the power. Let's see, what are they intrigued by? Ooh, the Tower. What if I let it all fucking crumble? What if I let it crumble? What if I stopped trying to save the things that Spirit is trying to destroy? What if I let it all fall? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? If I let this old life fall, right? What's gonna happen? If I face my insecurities, what's gonna happen? If I try to manifest something new, what's gonna happen? What would my life be like? If I stopped juggling and I made a choice, what would my life be like? And they feel like this life is going to be a place of serenity and peace, which is something that they are valuing now. Now, there's someone in their life that's a control freak. Could be a parental energy, a bad boss, or an intimate partner. And they are coming to terms with and making peace with the fact that if they continue doing this that they're doing, whatever it is, whether it's a job or a relationship, a pattern, whatever it is, or if they continue to stay disempowered, because Emperor in reverse could be someone that's disempowered. If they continue to stay disempowered, or if they continue to stay with the person that's a control freak here, the master manipulator here, they will always remain stuck. They will always remain stuck. There will be no progress. And the more your person thinks about that, is the more they realize that they are just holding on to something because of ego and because it's comfortable. Even though it's uncomfortable, it's comfortable because it's familiar. So more and more, they're making peace with the fact that they have to change their life. Nobody can change it for them. Nobody's going to come and rescue them. There is no team that's going to extract them. They have to extract themselves. Now they are uncertain. About what life will be like if they break out of whatever contract that's holding them back here. They don't know what's going to happen. And uncertainty gives your person the shivers, the trembles really, right? It gives them the trembles. And when they think about all the different permutations and the different ways that this could go and the different things that can go wrong, I mean, it can really stir up some shit in the mind, right? Can really stir up some shit in the mind. And it makes them feel very anxious. But they're no longer living that avoidant life. Yeah, because they realize if they continue to live that avoidant life, they're going to keep themselves stuck and disempowered. So what are they doing? Weighing up their options. Thinking about what if. What could be. Let's look at what is happening in your person's life right now. What is happening in your person's life right now? You're all wrong. So it could be that they're having some confrontations or fights with other persons, or this could be them coming to the realization that some of their long-held beliefs that they have been programmed into believing is all wrong, at least all wrong for them anyways. Okay? What's happening in their life? We have a mother coming through. We have this secret lies in the grave. So there's some kind of secret that this family has kept buried. It looks like it's being uncovered. We have what happened at church. All right, so we're getting an inkling here of maybe some kind of religious abuse, spiritual abuse. Somebody may have abused their power. We'll pull cards, obviously. And the mother wound comes out yet again. And it's interesting because in our last reading, we picked up on that pretty strongly as well. Remember, we talked about the karmic, living out of the abandonment issues with her father, and your person living out their own emotional issues and attachment issues with the mother energy that was in their life. But now it comes back here strongly twice about a mother wound. Let me put them together. Or maybe they're meant to be apart. Let's see. What spirit wants to bring forward here about their mother? We have the Seven of Pentacles, which talks about an investment. All right. So again, like emotional incest. And we have the word just came out of my... And some kind of parentification of the child. Let me see. Look, we have depression here, okay? Overthinking. It could be that your person had a very neurotic mother, okay? Or there may have been either a diagnosed mental health issue or an undiagnosed mental health issue. And it looks like your person was their carer, whether officially or unofficially, was their carer. Your person was the one that would regulate this mother's moods, right? So they had a little co-regulation thing going on, but more kind of parasitic, right? It looks like your person may have invested a lot of time, energy, and effort with the mother energy in their life, always looking for her approval, always looking for her validation, okay? So, yeah, the quintessential emotional incest. Whatever the mother could not get from your person's father, they try to get, not in a sexual way necessarily, although that may have happened. I don't get that though. I feel like this incest that's coming through is emotional incest. Well, Electra, right? Electra complex, right? So that's what I think is happening here. And this kind of set your person up for recreating the same dynamic with their partners, where they are the carer, and that's where they feel most comfortable taking care of others and serving others' needs, and getting their validation from that. So when people look at your person, they think, oh, what a good guy. So selfless. Really cares about other people. Really has a sense of duty, but rarely it is a validation from doing that your person is trying to extract. And it's because that's the only way they got love, attention, and validation from their mom when they were a child. And even now, as an adult, even though that mother may be passed, they're still living in, the memory and the energy of this mother. The secret lies in the grave. Your person has a lot of grave secrets. And me and my best friend, we call them grave secrets, those secrets that we know we're going to take to our grave. Nobody else is going to know. Nobody else is going to know. Some of them, she hasn't even told me, right? So we have grave secrets here. So there are some secrets that your person has that harken back to a time where they really weren't practicing their better judgment. And we all have those times. There are things that people will never know about me, right? We all have those moments where judgment was completely off. Okay? Completely off. Did some weird shit. But I guess that's part of growing up, you know? You look back and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. They're looking back on their past relationships and asking, what the fuck? 12 cups in reverse. Like, why would I ever? Why couldn't I see? You know, those are the questions that your person asks. So the walk down memory lane, it's with their childhood, it's with their past relationships, and they're wondering, what the fuck? What the fuck was I thinking? I know sometimes wondering what the fuck was I thinking can really bring you into a place of shame. Of shame. Like, how could I give myself away like that? Why would I do that? Why was I so stalky? You know? Why would I, you know, checking on someone that wasn't even checking for me, you know? Like, was I so desperate for love and attention and validation? So those are the questions that your person is asking, like, what the fuck? But it's through what the fuck experiences that we really gain our wisdom and we really grow. And we can really make powerful changes. All right, let's see. Is there something happened at church here? What's this? We have two of wands in reverse. It's like they made some kind of decision. I don't know why they were meditating, or they may have been at church to heal, or to move away, or to leave another situation behind. I don't know if they were meditating or if they actually went to church and there's something that the pastor or the priest said that really hit them in the gut, and they decided, you know what? It's either they're going to leave the situation, or maybe they're even going to leave some of their religious beliefs behind. Or there's some kind of turning point that happened during either religious or spiritual experience. And let's see what's happening with the mother wounds here. 5 of Swords in reverse. They realize they have been sabotaging themselves, and it is as a result of the relationship that they have with their mother. Okay? All right. If there's a third party in your connection, what is happening with that third party right now? What's happening with that third party right now? We have the 3 of Cups. Let me see what card comes to the next to the 3 of Cups. I'll tell you what that means. We have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so something is ending here. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. It looks like your person is experiencing some sort of windfall. Or are about to experience some sort of financial windfall here. And it is because they are choosing to end some sort of karmic cycle. Let me pull a card in the 3 of Cups and let me see what that's all about. We have the 8 of Swords. So that energy, and the Star card in reverse, that energy where they felt that they were stuck in a karmic situation, they are moving out of that, and they are doing things to make the wheel turn in their favor. And they're doing that by ending this. Okay? And as they end this, this is where your person's financial growth just kind of takes off. Because they've learned the lesson, it looks like things just take off because they've chosen to change, to transform. Things just take off with your person. Because they're logging into their heart space, everything just aligns. So the moment that your person makes a decision to end this thing, to end this feeling of being trapped, to move on from this karmic situation, and to surrender to this journey and surrender to the feelings in their heart, it looks like that's when their financial prosperity just kicks in. They open up a door. They open up the door of abundance. They align with their heart space and open up the door of abundance. What's occupying your person's thoughts as a priority at this time? We have the Magician reverse. And that's the Master Manipulator. We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's just as I say, they're thinking about how they gave their power away. Page of Wands. And the Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they're thinking about how they gave their power away. And they can't believe the extent that they gave their power away. Whether it is to their job, whether it was in their past relationships, just to keep harmony within the relationship, just to avoid confrontation. Because they're conflict avoidant, just to avoid conflict. They were just accounts, okay, whatever. But they're doing something different now. They're speaking up for themselves. And they're taking their power back, little by little. They're taking their power back. Okay. So I'll continue this in the extended, and we look at your connection. Okay, we're going to get a significator for the energy towards you. We're going to look at their thoughts and feelings for you. The dominant advice that they're getting about you and who they're getting that from. What are they thinking about doing with regard to you? And what do they wish they could tell you? And then we're going to look at what's going to be their next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. Underneath the deck, we have Metamorphosis in reverse. Answer card number 7, because 25 reduces 7. So for a long time, your person was resisting change, was resisting transformation. And because of that, they were stuck. They were stuck. But now that they are aligning with their heart energy, they are moving forward. Now we have education here for you. Okay, and it's a card number 35, which reduces to 8. So let's see what this is about. Education. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not reading about it. I kind of needed to hear this today, actually. This card suggests that you might not have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction to take, your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school. Ask a person who might know more than you, or find a teacher or course of study so that you can more clearly understand what the next action must be. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school, and you must learn by experience. Now is the time to be teachable, open to changing your preconceived notions. Be a student and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all: I don't know yet. Okay, so this is a reminder that life is to be lived. And for a lot of us, we've been stuck in what K Moon calls the healing hut. and really operating like apart or away from life. But we were sent here to interact with life. So guys, you got to get back out there. You got to get back out there and, make new friends and try new activities and learn different things. Maybe date other people, whatever have you. Either way, if your person is a third party, and for some of you, they are unavailable to you at this time. What will happen next week? We don't know. What will happen tomorrow? We don't know. But we know in this moment, if they're in a third party, then they're unavailable to you. Unless, of course, you have consented to something polyamorous. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Once everybody's on the same page, they know what's going on. Right? But if you want something monogamous, and this person is a third party, they're unavailable to you at this time. So you have to do what you have to do. Get yourself out there. Flirt. Let people enjoy your beautiful energy and enjoy all your inspirational words and your laughter. You have so much joy to give to the world. Get out there. All right, my love. So that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. If you can, join me in the extended. Otherwise, grateful for your comments, your likes, your shares, your emojis, full stops in the comments. You can put a full stop. It doesn't matter. It all helps with the algorithm. Okay. All right, my love. Take care.